Hey, we're Chasing Judah at CCM Cafe. What started out, we've been a band for about a year now. I had contacted our bass player and said, hey, would you think Jared, our guitar player here, would be interested in playing some music? He said, yeah, I bet we can get him. So we got Jared and Greg kind of tagged along. I, Greg's our drummer. We love him. He actually, for a band I played in a long time ago, he was kind of our roadie. So he learned a lot through those years of carrying drums and basses and guitars and amps and all that. So we decided to let him in the band too, being nice.
He's a great addition.
He really is a wonderful. I'm playing. But then we started playing. We were like, you know what? I think we need something else, and Jared and Jordan, our bass player, who isn't able to join us today, said, what about asking Miss Hannah to play with us? So we had just played one show, and we got Miss Hannah on board here, added so much to the band. Vocals, keys, songwriting is wonderful. And then toward the end of last year, we said, you know what, it'd be cool to add maybe another guitar, maybe somebody that can kind of do a little bit of everything. Mr. Craig back here on mandolin today is kind of our octopus. He is he plays lap steel. He plays electric guitar, lead guitar. He plays a little bit of bass sometimes, mandolin. And then, God just has kind of opened doors for us. So we were able to record at Jars of Clay Studio through some contacts that Mr. Jared here has. Became good friends with Mr. Matt Oldmark with Jars of Clay. Also, our producer, Mr. Matt Cozio, is a recording artist down here in Nashville. Super awesome guy.
Super humble guy.
Super humble, super awesome. That's kind of where we're at now. We just released our self-titled debut album, Chasing Judah. We're really excited about it. 7 songs on the first one. We're actually going back and doing some writing, hopefully get back in the studio this fall. Back down here to Nashville to record with Mr. Oldmark and Mr. Matt Cozio as well. So here we are. We're here today. Thankful for CCM Magazine for allowing us to come down and just chat, play some music and have a good time. And we're here. We all do worship at our church. Mr. Craig is a worship leader at his church. Greg plays drums, bass sometimes over at his church. Miss Hannah leads a lot of worship. Jared just plays guitar. That's all he does.
Jared just plays guitar.
I'm only kidding. And then I've led worship for years, but I kind of will play every now and then. And our bass player is actually our worship leader at our church. So here we are, Chasing Judah, ready to see what happens. We love the Lord, and we're just kind of ready for the next adventure, I guess. So the first single we released was called "You Are Mine." Some of the music we're releasing is not necessarily like worship songs or songs that you would necessarily play during worship or anything at church, but it's more songs like I started writing this song for my wife. So it's called "You Are Mine." It's a fun little song. We really like it a lot. We think it's going to do pretty good. But more than that, it's just kind of a love song. Talking about looking into her eyes and just kind of telling her that I love her and my life's complete with her. So it's just a fun little song that one. and that one's called You Were Mine. We got Wildflowers was our second release off that album. We sung that here today. Miss Hannah, you talked a little bit about it, but maybe
Yeah.
you can.
So, our sort of core songwriting group within the band is me and Davey and Jared, and we could just kind of pitch ideas back and forth. And there was one day that Jared sent us this little guitar riff.
Just the guitar.
Just the guitar, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Just the guitar.
Just the
It
guitar.
was just the guitar part. Yeah.
And
No big deal.
I sent him back this chorus to Wildflowers, and at that point, I think this was probably around October of last year. And last year, at the beginning of the year, my husband and I lost a baby, a pregnancy, and so being able to be a part of this band and just do this has been the most healing thing for me, and I'm really thankful to be able to be doing this. And so that was a point in my life I was just kind of trying to learn to teach myself to get up and do things that I love to do, regardless of what we've been through and regardless of the world around us. And so while it's a fun song in a way, and it's also this healing process all into one. And even though like I said, it doesn't say Jesus one single time, but we've had people come up and say, that makes me cry. And it's really because Holy Spirit was in it, and he's been there all along, and he's the drive to get up and live life and love people. So
I think it's been so cool and so fun to watch us all have so many similar characteristics of our background in music, whether it be leading worship, playing in bands, but then it's been so magical watching that all come together as one new thing, for all of us. And I think we've all had our hands in different projects, and at some point in our lives, tried the music thing and tried to do different things with music, no matter what that's looked like for any of us. But now we're doing it together, and it's pretty cool because I think it's very unique to what any of us imagined it would look like when we first started off. And it's been fun to watch what God does with opening doors, and
very, very full circle type.
yeah, I think Davey and I talked about, on our drive the other night, previously in the past in doing music projects, I always felt like I was kind of walking uphill and trying to face an uphill battle, and this one's kind of been a little strange because it's been really easy with you guys, So I'm very thankful for that, and I think it's just been really cool, and I'm very excited to see where it's going to go.